Welcome to a journey across a planet you only think you know. We often view Earth as a predictable machine governed by the rigid laws of physics and biology. But tucked away in remote jungles, frozen wastes, and desert expanses are glitches, geological anomalies and biological middle fingers to the status quo. These are places where water boils without fire, where rocks grow like pearls, and where the line between Earth and outer space blurs. Today, we are exploring 20 locations that defy explanation. These aren't just beautiful, they are impossible. This is Earth's Unsolved Mysteries File. 1. Chennai Timpishka, the boiling river, Peru. Deep in the Amazon, a 6-kilometer stretch of water reaches 95 degrees Celsius. It is lethal. Any animal that falls in is cooked from the inside out. Usually, such heat requires a volcano, but the nearest one is 700 kilometers away. It's a hydrothermal system where Earth bleeds heat through deep fault lines. 2. Eternal Flame Falls, USA. In New York's Chestnut Ridge Park, a waterfall hides a flickering golden flame in a grotto. It's fueled by natural methane leaking from the shale. While common, the twist here is that the rocks aren't hot enough to produce this gas, meaning the source is deeper and more mysterious than geologists first thought. 3. Ijen Crater, the electric blue fire, Indonesia. This isn't blue lava, it's a chemical reaction. Massive amounts of sulfuric gases emerge at high pressure and heat above 360 degrees Celsius. When they hit oxygen, they ignite into brilliant blue flames. At night, the liquid sulfur flows down like glowing neon rivers. 4. Lake Natron, the calcifying waters, Tanzania. With a pH of 10.5, this lake is nearly as caustic as ammonia. It's so salty and alkaline that it pickles the carcasses of birds that crash into it, turning them into chalky, mummified statues that look like they've been turned to stone by Medusa. 5. The Giant's Causeway, Northern Ireland. Imagine 40,000 hexagonal basalt columns fitted together like a puzzle. Legend says giants built this road to Scotland. Science says it was a volcanic eruption 60 million years ago, where the lava cooled so perfectly and rapidly that it cracked into geometric pillars. 6. The Risha structure, the Eye of the Sahara, Mauritania. A 40-kilometer wide set of concentric rings in the desert, it looks like a giant bullseye or a landing pad for ancient astronauts. Once thought to be a meteor crater, it is now identified as a deeply eroded geological dome, a blister of the Earth that popped and wore away over eons. 7. Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest mirror, Bolivia. This 10,000 square kilometer salt flat is so level that NASA uses it to calibrate satellites. When a thin layer of rain covers the salt, the ground becomes a perfect mirror. Walking here feels like floating in a void where the horizon simply does not exist. 8. Perus Rock, the Sail, Russia. Standing on the Black Sea coast is a vertical monolith of sandstone only 1 meter thick, but 25 meters high. It stands perpendicular to the shore, like a giant ship's sail. Despite massive storms and centuries of erosion, this thin slice of rock refuses to fall. 9. The Crooked Forest, Poland. In a grove of 400 pines, every single tree has a 90-degree bend at its base, all pointing north. No one knows why. Was it a snowstorm? A genetic mutation? Or did local carpenters in the 1930s bend them to grow natural wood for furniture before the war broke out? 10. Blood Falls, Antarctica. A bright red waterfall oozes from the Taylor Glacier. It looks like the ice is bleeding. The blood is actually hyper-salty water trapped in a subglacial lake 2 million years ago. It's rich in iron. When it finally touches the air, it rusts instantly, turning crimson. 11. Dragon's Blood Trees, Yemen. On Socotra Island, these trees look like inside-out umbrellas. They produce a thick, dark red resin known as dragon's blood. Their alien shape allows them to survive by combing moisture out of the morning mist in a landscape that looks like it belongs on Mars. 12. Magnetic Hill, India. In Ladakh, there is a stretch of road where gravity seems to fail. If you leave your car in neutral, it will appear to roll uphill. While locals tell tales of magnetic forces, it is actually a massive optical illusion caused by the surrounding landscape tricking the human brain. 13. Neka Crystal, Cave, Mexico. Deep underground, you'll find 12-meter-long crystals of selenite. It looks like a fortress of solitude. However, the cave is a death trap. It stays at 58 degrees Celsius with 90% humidity. Without specialized cooling suits, your lungs would begin to fail within 10 minutes. 14. Spotted Lake, Canada. In British Columbia, Lake Kiluk contains the world's highest concentrations of magnesium and silver. In the summer heat, the water evaporates, leaving behind colorful mineral spots you can walk on. It looks like a giant polka dot painting by nature. 15. Pamukkale, the Cotton Castle, Turkey travertine terraces filled with mineral-rich thermal water. For thousands of years, the calcium-heavy water has hardened into white shelves that look like frozen waterfalls or a castle made of cotton. It is a snowy winter scene that is actually warm to the touch. 16. Meraki Boulders, New Zealand. Scattered across a beach are giant, perfectly spherical boulders. They look like prehistoric dragon eggs. They are actually concretions, massive balls of sediment that formed on the seafloor 60 million years ago, much like a pearl forms inside an oyster. 17. Silfra Fissure, Iceland. This is the only place on Earth where you can dive between two tectonic plates. Filled with glacial water filtered through volcanic rock, the visibility is over 100 meters. You can literally touch North America and Eurasia at the same time. 18. The Sea of Stars, Maldives. At night, the waves on the Maldives beaches glow with a neon blue light. This is caused by bioluminescent plankton. When the water is disturbed by a wave or a footstep, these tiny organisms light up, making it look as though the stars have fallen into the ocean. 19. Zhangjiajie Pillars, China. Towering sandstone pillars that reach into the clouds, some over 1,000 meters tall. These were the inspiration for the Hallelujah Mountains in the movie Avatar. When the mist rolls in, these massive stone needles appear to be floating in midair. 20. Mount Roraima, South America. A massive tepui, or tabletop mountain with 400-meter sheer cliffs. Its summit is a 31-square-kilometer plateau that has been isolated for millions of years. It hosts unique species found nowhere else, serving as the real-life inspiration for the lost world. Beyond the horizon. As we finish our tour of these 20 anomalies, one thing becomes clear. Our planet is far more creative than we give it credit for. These places prove that the impossible is often just a phenomenon we haven't fully understood yet. Earth doesn't always follow the rules, and that's what makes it worth exploring. Whether it's a river that boils or a forest that bends, these places remind us that there is still magic left in the world. You just have to know where to look.